We all love the sound of money, and a $1,500 sign-on bonus sounds even better. That's right, Appalachia Foods of Jackson is offering a $1,500 sign-on bonus to new employees. Receive an extra $100 your first 6 weeks, then $400 after day 90, and $500 after day 180. Don't wait. Apply online at beliciofoods.com/careers today. That's beliciofoods.com/careers. Come work for a company who truly values their employees. Come work for Bellicio Foods.
Well, good morning, everyone, and welcome to another edition of the morning show right here on Main Street TV. Of course, Jennifer here to start off your morning with some good friends, and we're going to talk about all things cars and Pig Iron Day, which means great food and a whole lot of fun for the entire family. So welcome, guys. How are you?
Good morning, Jennifer.
Good morning.
Fine. How are you today?
Peachy keen. So tell everybody who you are if they don't know. I'm sure they do, but...
Yeah. Well, I'm David Channell, Jackson Firefighters Association.
John Smith. I'm the president of the Appalachia Old Car Club.
Well, very good. And I know Dave's been here a couple times, but John, I don't know that you've ever been here before.
This is my first time.
First? Oh.
Break him in.
Oh, this is going to be so fun.
We're going to make it fun.
Yes, that's absolutely right. And you guys are here to talk about, though, something very special, not coming up this Saturday, but next Saturday in Manpower Park right here in Jackson. And that is the, did I get this right, 29th annual
Correct.
Pig Iron Day. I feel like I was there for the number one.
It's hard to believe it's been 29 years that Tom Evans, when he was mayor, they started this, and we've kept it going.
That's right. And, you know, Dave, do you know kind of how the Pig Iron Day came to be?
I think they just wanted to do something to recognize the old furnaces in the area, and that's how it got started.
Yeah, and I mean, a lot of people, and especially as they get torn down or they disappear, a lot of folks don't know that, you know, our heritage is the fiery pig iron, and that's how Jackson, or one of the reasons Jackson flourished many years ago was because of that and our natural resources that we had here. And so something to honor that sounds very appropriate,
Right.
you know, to us. For that to happen. So 29 years ago, I know Tom and I think Ron and Speakman and some of the other gang kind of got together.
Robin and Ed Henderson.
Yeah, that's right. And got together and decided to have a day to kind of commemorate our heritage here in Jackson. And so it started, and then it's just gone really well ever since. Now, how long have the firefighters been involved in this?
We took over in the 10th year, so this would be, what, our 20th year?
Okay, something like that.
Yeah.
And then the Appalachia Old Car Club, I believe this is what, your 25th year?
Yes, our 25th year of being at the show. And we have a lot of things going on. We have 80 trophies to give away. And we have special trophies for special classes.
There you go. And so speaking of the car show, James is showing pictures right now of the 80 trophies. Now, who gets those trophies?
We have 3 different classes. We have through 1999 and then 2000 to current. And then we have a veterans class. And those are the ones that will receive those trophies. Now, we also, the 80 trophies, we also have special classes. The favorite Ford, sponsored by Mark Porter here in Jackson. And
that makes sense.
Favorite Chrysler, and also Mark Porter. Favorite GM, and that is by Haynes Chevrolet and South Webster. And
totally
then,
makes sense again.
Yes, and then...
Hey, there's my Camaro, isn't it?
Okay.
Yeah.
So
I mean, not mine, but
the other one is the car club favorite. So we go out and look at the cars, us members, and we choose a favorite. And we're so glad that Atomic Credit Union sponsors that one.
Well, very good. And I just think it's so neat that we're taking two huge events and combining them together for a really huge day of fun right in downtown Jackson at the park, and a very beautiful venue to have the Pig Iron Day, and of course the Wheels of Steel car show.
Yes.
And everything's free except for the food, so that even helps.
That's right. And, you can't beat that. And so let's talk for a minute about the firefighters' involvement with the Pig Iron Day and like all of the things that you all do. And I know that the Kiwanis Club also is involved. So we'll talk a little bit about that too, for what I know of it.
Yeah. Well, like I said, this is the 29th year. We will be cooking pork there on site early that Saturday morning, and beans.
Are you the cooker?
No, I'm not no cooker. No, I just oversee it, put it together, and make sure
Okay.
it's pulled off.
Gotcha. Oh, there's some cooking
Yep.
going on.
And then we'll have brats and hot dogs. Pork sandwiches, you get them plain, and if you want it plain, or if you want to put your own barbecue sauce on.
Yeah. Hey, there's Chris O'Boyle.
And then
Look at him looking official.
Yeah. Then free pop and water, and then Kona Ice will be there selling snow cones,
Oh, cool.
and Kettle Corn Craze, if you know her from here in Jackson,
Uh-huh.
she'll be there. And then we have 2 bounce houses for the kids. And then over to the pig iron bars that we give away every year. We'll have those, which is made right here and donated by Bosco. And then the plaque auctions at 1 o'clock. There are 2 spatial furnaces that we got this year. We started doing that in 2013. Osco produces them. Is Latrobe. Was in Milton Township from 1854 to 1885. And then Cambria was in Jefferson Township from 1854 to 1878.
Mm-hmm.
How we got those furnaces, Megan from the museum put me a big list together of all the furnaces in the county.
Okay.
And every year we've done 2 of them as just an extra thing to get people there. And they've had some family work there over, great grandparents or whatever. So it's went really well. And you mentioned the Kiwanis Club helping us.
Yeah.
Last year we used Liberty Fire Department because of the COVID stuff and
Sure.
trying to do stuff different, but they'll be helping us again this year.
Good.
And we make a donation to each one of those groups. And they give their money back to the community. Kiwanis does. And
Big time. Yes.
Liberty buys tools and stuff like that for their departments. So, And then on the music side this year, we got Red Brush Band coming back. So
And who doesn't love to hear those guys play?
right.
My goodness.
They will be there. And then live remote on 96.7. And we will have sanitizer out again, just like we have before, to try to stay above COVID. And anybody wants to wear a mask, we'll probably even have some of those there. And the auction starts at 1 o'clock on the plaques. So come out and support that. And, we kind of use this as a little fundraiser for us and still keep the prices down pretty low.
Mm-hmm.
Free pop and water, that's donated by our sponsors. So that's where we come from. If Tom Evans had the theme was free entertainment, good fun day, and keep the prices down. That's what we still try to do.
Yeah. Absolutely. And it is fun, and it's great for everyone. The kids can come, there's the bouncy houses and all that stuff. So back to the plaques. I want to talk to you for a minute about those. You said those are produced by Osco and are commemorating 2 of our local furnaces. Are there more than one plaque, or is there just one per furnace, or are there several, or how does that work?
There's actually 4 of them produced per furnace.
4 per furnace. Okay.
And number 1 always goes to the museum. So we just auctioned 3 of those off.
Oh, okay.
And then up on the regular plaques, there's 11 of them. And again, number 1 goes to the museum. and then we auction 10 of those off.
Okay.
There's no furnace. It just says Jackson Pig Iron Day, 29th year, 2022 on them.
Okay.
And all those is produced by Osco. And then they make about 900 of the little bars, and we give them out free.
Yes.
So that's a pretty good contribution from Osco.
Yes, it is. It's a big deal, and as they continue on doing some of the things that you know our ancestors did,
Right,
so it's
right.
pretty cool.
Yep.
All right, so let's move over to the car show part of it, and I think we've had some friends from the Appalachian Old Car Club here before, but John, would you take some time and maybe just talk about the club and how it came to be and all of that stuff?
Yes, Jennifer. The car club was started in 1974 by several local businessmen, and we have 34 members, and we also have couples in our club.
Yeah, that's
That,
cool. It's not just a guy thing.
That's right. That's right.
And there's your cruise. Is that cruising from the other night?
Yes, that is
Very cool.
from up at the Marquee. They were showing an old movie and asked us to come up and participate. And we did, and we had around 18 cars up there.
That is so
And,
neat.
Thank you to James for also coming up and doing some photos of the classic cars up there. We do meet at the Quality Inn the second Thursday of the month, and at 6:30. So we try to meet, and we do different things. This Wheels of Steel is our main event,
Yes.
and it's, as we know, it's August 6th, the first Saturday in August. And of course, they're at Manpower Park and across from Kroger's. For our listeners that's from out of town, to locate the
Drive down Main Street. You can't miss it.
right.
It's the giant park with all the old cars parked in the middle of it.
Right. And of course, our registration is 9 to 12. And we try to hold the cost down, just $10 per entry. So,
Okay.
again, we're trying to, I know I've been to other car shows, it's $20 and more, but we're just trying to have a fun day, a fun time.
Yeah. Well, you guys had a ton of cars last year, didn't you?
Yes, I think we had around 140 cars last year. Yes.
That's a ton
Yes.
of cars.
Yeah, we
That's
actually
so
parked down in
awesome.
the park. We parked on the other side of the creek, and then I think we even used a few parking places there behind Walgreens. So,
Love
anyway,
that. Hey, what is that, John? While James put that up on the screen,
that's
you don't see that at a lot of old car
No.
shows.
that fella drove from Cincinnati up here. I'm not sure how he learned about us, if it was Facebook or what have you.
Wow,
But he brought his semi up, and he got a trophy.
that is awesome.
It was a very sweet semi. I mean, it was extremely clean. It was well built and what have you.
Does he act? Is that his? He uses that, or does he take it to shows?
I think he actually uses it in
Oh,
his
wow.
in his work, the way he was talking to us that day.
Man,
Yeah. So we talked about our sponsors, and we're so grateful that they're still working with us this year. And we have the spatial door prizes and what have you, and we want to thank our sponsors again for those. That around the community, we've got from gift cards to floor jacks to different things that car care products and what have you, different businesses around Jackson has donated. Then we also do tours. We'll go, last year we went, like, for instance, we went down through Waverly and stopped at the Beast and Bottle and had lunch. And
Yeah, great place.
And we just like to get out and show our cars and drive them. And we'll probably have at least a couple more tours this year after the car show. I'm not sure where we're going, but follow us on Facebook.
oh, okay.
We have a Facebook page. Come and follow us and see what we're doing. And we also, on our Facebook page, we post other shows in the area that, for instance, Wilkesville's going to have a show coming up. The firemen do a show over there, and we try to post those so other members of the car club can see that. And again, we just want to go out and show our cars and have fun. And there's a lot of people, younger people, that haven't seen older classic cars, and they really like to look at them.
They do. And so, Jay, it's so funny. When were we talking about that? Was that yesterday?
Yeah, we were talking about old cars a little bit yesterday.
We did, and we were just talking about the fact, and I was being a little hypercritical. He's always way less hypercritical than I am. But I was just saying, the old car shows are so cool because old cars were unique. A Camaro looked like a Camaro and a Mustang looked like a Mustang. And, all of the cars, you have the Chevelles and you have, all of these different vehicles, and them when they're driving down the road. And I feel like every car today looks exactly alike. So I don't know what we're going to be looking at in the future at old car shows. Probably still the Camaros and the 68 Camaros and all of that. But James, we were talking about if we had to choose, like if we could pick an old car to own, what would it be? So what do you have?
I have a 1940 Oldsmobile.
Okay.
And I'm very lucky that my grandmother bought it in 1940, brand new, Ironton, Ohio. And I've hung on to that car and restored it and drive it.
That is awesome.
Yes. So I'm very proud of that car because, like I said, it's been in the family for those many years.
That is really cool.
And my wife Susie has a 1965 Thunderbird.
Oh, whoa, fun.
So we have fun going out and touring with the rest of the club.
Yeah.
And Kathy and Chip Smalley, I think a lot of people know.
Yes.
Bill and Claire Ridgway, they have a car. So there's a lot of local people that have cars in the, as we can see some of them, as James has put up on the screen.
How'd you get up that high, James?
From the event.
I didn't. I think Jules took this photo, and I assume that it's from the roof of the Marquee.
I would assume.
I've never been up there myself, though.
I would that might be from her house, her apartment.
Yeah, it could be from that window too. I'm not sure.
Yeah. Okay. But cool. So yeah, I think that's neat that you have had a car in the family all of that time.
Yes. I'm very proud of that car because, like I said, it's been in the family.
Well, Dave just gets to drive fire trucks. So.
Yeah, right. And he gets to drive an Aaron Fox once in a while, which is a classic.
Ooh.
1927. So I got you beat.
Yes.
You do. Oh, now it's classic car wars going on here. I love that. No, so James and I were laughing yesterday because he said that I said I would like to have, like, if I had to pick, I would have a classic muscle car, because I grew up with a Camaro, so a Camaro or something of that nature. And he got into, then we started talking about movie replica cars, like the Smokey and the Bandit car or whatever. So then he said, because he has a Ghostbusters outfit that he wears, costume. Yeah. Outfit sounds weird. Costume. It's more like it. But then we got to talking about, I said it would be really fun if we could find the family truckster from, Vacation. And then we could strap the dead body to the top of it and drive around. Like when they strapped Aunt Edna to the top.
Right.
Wouldn't that be fun?
Yes.
Would you kick me out of the old car show if I drove in with that?
No, bring it on.
They'd be like, oh my God, there's that girl. She's so sick and twisted. Anyway, I thought that would be fun. But so no, that is really, really cool. And only $10 for the car show. And the rest of the day is free other than the food. Mm-hmm. Let's get back to the food for a minute. What all will be offered, and do you know costs of the food? I know you keep it really, really reasonable.
This don't hold me to this, but I think the pork sandwiches are $3.
Okay.
Hot dogs are 50 cents. Brats are $2, and cornbread and beans, I think's $1.50.
Oh my goodness!
And then free pop and water. Free pop will be Pepsi, Diet Pepsi, and Mountain Dew.
Okay. And then water.
That's out of a dispenser like you see in restaurants.
Sure.
It's called bag in the box, which you're familiar with that.
I definitely
And
am.
then free bottles of water. So
Awesome. Now let's talk for a minute about the pickup food.
oh
Because that's
yes, I
something that
forgot
you
that.
guys started during the COVID craze, but was so successful that I think you'll continue that on.
Yes, we will. I forgot to mention that a while ago on the radio station too.
I'm here for you, buddy.
Good. That's the reason I jotted everything down last night. The drive-through, we started out when COVID was here.
Yeah.
And then we had it last year, and it's really been a big success because, you know, a lot of people don't like to get out of their car or have find a place to park, and they just come in there and get it and then leave. But the way to get in there is off of Huron Street, behind where Wits is,
Yes.
and the school bus garage. I'll have orange cones out.
It would be the place where all the buses are parked. You know,
I'll have the
all of them.
orange cones out there on Huron Street at the gate.
Yes.
So just pull up there, and they'll be set up there and selling everything just like the menu says. And actually, they will have a pot there that they will be cooking beans in it there also.
Ooh.
We will be cooking 120 pound of beans between two pots.
Just a few beans.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we got 48 Boston shoulders to roast.
Wow.
So we go through a lot of food. The only thing that can really hinder us is the weather.
Yeah.
I've been watching it for a month.
What's it looking like, James? Last I looked, Saturday that would be next Saturday. So
It's not looking good as of right now. I hope it moves out.
well, you never know. We'll see. It changes day to day. So
Yeah.
Right.
But I would like to, from the Jackson Firefighters Association, I would like to thank the tourism board because
Sure.
they contribute to it, and then our sponsors who help buy the food and keep the prices down. That helps a lot.
yes.
So it's just a good, fun day. A lot of people come out, eat, and then visit, sit around, talk, and it's a good day.
You know, and you are exactly right on that. It's the thing that small communities should be. You know, it's the very thing that we should be doing and hanging out together and whatever. So when will the food be served?
We'll start serving at 11
Okay.
and usually quit around, it's 3 o'clock, 3:30. Depends
Okay.
on how much we have left over because we try to get rid of it all.
Okay, and then the Red Brush Band will be playing in the afternoon as well.
They'll be playing from 11 to 3. Of course, they'll take a break, but they'll be there from 11 to 3.
Those guys and they're so awesome. And then the car show. So registration starts at 9, and the car show actually begins at noon.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Our judges will be going out judging the cars, and as soon as they get the judging done, they'll bring the sheets back in, and the ladies will tally them.
Look at those trophies; they're bigger than they are.
Yes, yes, those are our special trophies. As I mentioned before, the Ford, GM, Chrysler, and the Car Club favorite. And I'd also like to thank the Tourism Board for their donation to this event also. They've
Absolutely.
been very kind in a lot of different areas throughout the fire department and Kiwanis, and a lot of people benefit from this donation. So it keeps our community going.
You know, and that's kind of the whole point. It goes full circle. So, you know, bringing people into the community, them spending money here so that we can
Right.
continue to do things to bring people into the community.
Right.
So it works out really well for everybody.
Yep.
And then, so Dave, as a fundraiser for the Firefighters Association, what would some of the money raised? I mean, this is a day of fun, but it's also for a good cause, right? So what's the money used for?
Well, we buy equipment and help the city and then donate it back to the city, and they accept it. We've bought airbags, rescue tools. We've bought a new brush truck. We bought some expensive items, and we save up for it. We bought a UTV for rescue. It's
Okay.
brush fires or rescue. It's got a Stokes basket on it. So that's what we do with our money.
And
Support the community.
exactly, because without fire protection, then we don't have, then we're in a lot of trouble. And of course, John, on the other side of that, also does some fire protection of his own. So tell everybody about that. Free plug while you're here.
Okay. I'm so glad that the community has supported me for 43 years as John Smith Fire Extinguisher. And we just go out and try to do safety in businesses and homes and industry to make it safe. So if something would happen, they have a fire extinguisher ready to be used, and it's up to date and ready to go.
Hey, speaking of fire extinguishers, last time Ryan Pelletier was on the show, he told us that the next time he was on the show that he'd give us a fire extinguisher demonstration.
Yes.
And that hasn't happened yet. So maybe we need to get John to come back.
Okay.
Maybe we get John and Ryan to both.
You
show
know,
us how to do it. Dave probably knows how to use a fire extinguisher too.
I'd say
Yeah.
Dave's used a fire extinguisher too in his life. But no, we're kidding about that. But all kidding aside, I bet there are a bunch of people, number one, that don't have fire extinguishers in their house that should. But you have it, and I'll bet when it comes to there being a fire, you're going to look at it and say, I have no idea how to use this thing. So in all seriousness, could we do that?
We might do this in the future.
Okay.
Remember, fire extinguisher is your first line of defense. This is, if you can get to the fire and get it knocked down or put out, be less damage and hopefully no one get injured in the process.
Do our job for us.
Right, Dave.
Yeah, right. Or at least, hold it down until
Right.
the experts can get there.
Right.
But no, I'm just thinking you look at this thing and not have a clue how to even work it.
Right.
Well, there's a lot of people, we run into this all the time, that they don't realize a fire extinguisher has to be serviced every year or it might not work.
Which is where John comes in,
Right.
because he's like
Right.
a fire extinguisher ninja. And he just shows up and miraculously all your fire extinguishers are up to date.
Right.
And your exit lights and stuff.
Right. And, you have to also think that OSHA and insurance and everything like this requires these to be serviced annually and brought up to date so that something happens, then they are ready to go.
Yeah, absolutely. And, it sounds all well and good right up until it doesn't work and it's old or something, and then you need it.
Right.
Right. Oh, it'll be all right.
Yes.
Until it isn't.
Yes.
So absolutely. All right. Well, that was just a little sidebar, but I thought that would be interesting to talk about.
Well, thank you, Jennifer.
Well, hey, I'm here for you. But so when Ryan Pelletier was here the other day, it was probably a few months ago now, he was talking about the fact, and I guess my point is, you all have to raise money, but he was talking about the suits that the firefighters wear, and those aren't universal. So the suit kind of has to be fit to that firefighter.
Mm-hmm.
So if you have somebody that comes into the fire department that's taller or smaller or whatever, then you're probably going to have to buy a new, what's it called? Turnout gear that's suited for that individual. And that all costs a lot of money.
Yeah. A pair of bunker pants now is about $1,000.
Wow.
That's just the pants. And then you got your coat, you got your helmet, your gloves, a pager, an SCBA, which you see firefighters wearing on the back of their back, which is just grade D air purified. Those are about $6,000 a piece. So, fire service is just like everything else. You mentioned the word fire and the price just shoots up.
Sure.
I mean, trucks now, there's nothing to pay $1.5 million for a fire truck.
If you can get one.
Yeah. Well, now they're saying it's 18 months to 2 years to even get one. Because I can't get parts and help.
Yeah.
So,
for sure.
Yeah.
And while you guys are here, if you don't mind me asking you some questions, fire the Jackson Fire Department, are you still looking for members?
Yes, we are. We put 2 on. I just interviewed
Good.
another one last night and got another application. So hopefully we're going to get our numbers back up.
Good.
And, everybody's still looking. Everybody's still hurting.
Yeah.
Like I told the young boy last night, it takes dedication. You got to want to do it and stay with it. And it's very rewarding.
It has to be in here,
It
first
does.
off.
You got to want to do it. He used to do it. You got out in 90?
Yes.
He got out in 90. So, we used to run together when we were in high school. In fact, graduation night, we had to call uptown. And we actually left graduation before it started, didn't we?
Yep.
We went
You're kidding.
I think it was Wood Furniture when it was on Main Street.
Yes.
It was a light, ballast in a light, if I recall.
Oh,
So,
no.
Yeah. So, we've been around for a while.
Yes. Yeah. Like David says, you really have to be dedicated.
Yeah.
I hate to say, but the clothes you ruin and the time you spend, it's just part of it. It
Yes.
really is.
That's why it has to be in here.
Yeah, it has to
Yeah.
come from the heart. And,
Yeah.
And you do have some rewarding times from time to time.
Oh, yeah.
You see that you've helped somebody out of a situation that could have been devastating.
Sure.
So it is a rewarding profession.
Absolutely. But they're always looking for new members. So if you're interested in learning more about the fire department, reach out to Dave or one of the gang, and they'll get you taken care of.
We
Because
do need people.
We need younger people.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we need the young generation to step up.
Sure.
All the organization clubs is the same way. Kiwanis, Rotary, Lions. They need younger people stepping up, because once the old people give it up, who's going to keep it going?
Yeah, that's true. Our was that yesterday? We had our guest.
Yeah, the American Legion. It was on Tuesday.
Yeah, they were in looking for new members
Yeah.
as well, because they do so many good things, scholarships and whatnot. But they're. Mr. Beatty was saying that, he's like, we have members in their 90s. We need some help
Younger.
here.
Need some
Yeah.
young generation, that's for sure. And
Absolutely.
everything.
Yes. All right. So let's kind of recap, if y'all don't mind, both facets of the Pig Iron Day, from the Wheels of Steel perspective and also the firefighters' perspective. So kind of, if you would, John, recap the Wheels of Steel car show, when, where to be, how do you sign up, all that stuff.
Okay, remember it's Saturday, August 6th, and we'll start registration from 9 and run it to 12, and then it's only $10 to bring your car and enter it. And I'd also like to say that our car club also does donations throughout the community to different events.
Yes.
So we want to support our community in that way with the funds that we raise from our car show.
Sure.
So come out, have fun, bring your car, truck, semi,
Bicycle.
whatever.
If it's got a wheel, you're good.
You're right.
Unicycle.
Yes.
That's awesome. And if anyone's interested in joining the Appalachia Old Car Club, do you have to have an old car to join?
No.
Okay.
If you want to just come and be in our group and go on tours with us and help with the car show and what have you, you're welcome. You can contact me at any time at the 740-418-5880. Questions about the car show, or even just questions about joining.
Okay.
So, like I said, we do meet once a month at the Quality Inn, second Thursday. So come join us. Just if you want to just come in and see what we're about and what we our events coming up and what have you. We generally try to talk about any of the cruise ins or cruises that we have throughout the year. We try to do one about once a month.
Oh, okay.
Go somewhere in the immediate area, Gallipolis or Portsmouth or Chillicothe or what have you. We went also one time down and looked at the murals at the flood wall
Yeah.
in Portsmouth.
Sure.
And one thing we always try to do is we try to eat.
Hey.
And we try to have maybe some ice cream from Michael's or Witt's or somewhere. We try to have fun.
There you go. Love that. And isn't that kind of the whole point? I talk about this all the time. It's to have fun.
Yes.
Like,
Yes.
life's too serious. We need to have some fun out there.
Right.
So that brings and that's what Pig Iron Day is all about, right? Raising some money, of course, for great causes, but also just to have fun for the entire family. So, all right, Dave, tell everybody a little bit about the firefighters side of Pig Iron Day, if you would.
Well, we took this over in the 10th year of it, and this is the 29th year. We'll have great food, pork sandwiches, brats, hot dogs, cornbread and beans, free pop, free water.
Will Chris O'Boyle be there cooking?
No.
Oh.
Not unless he's not on our department no more.
What a wimp.
He got
He's not going to be a
got
cooker
involved
anymore.
in real estate, and
I know he's kind of busy.
He
does a whole lot of other stuff, though. Yeah.
With Jaffe and the real estate. So, no, unless he wants to come and work, he can. We'll take help.
we'll put Chris O'Boyle on a grill for
That's
sure.
right. Yeah, we won't turn down help out there 'cause we need it. Especially if we get a fire call or something, we have to leave.
Yeah, God forbid that happened in
Yeah.
the middle of all that.
So that plays a big factor in it.
Sure.
So, and then we have Bounce House. We'll have Kona Ice there selling snow cones. Kettle Corn Craze will be there selling corn. And then the auction at 1 o'clock. Red Brush Band from 11 to 3. Food Line from 11 to 3. And then the drive up over off of Huron Street by the school bus garage. Look for the orange cones. You don't even have to get out of your car. They'll provide everything right there, and you buy it and drive off.
Now, do you have to pre-order that, or do you just drive up and order right there?
You just drive up and order right there. If they want to call, they have people in the past called my cell phone. I'll write it down, give it to the people on the food line, and get it ready.
Okay.
We have delivered to local businesses, plants.
Yeah.
So they can call my cell phone at 740-418-8086, and we will get you food.
All right. See, you will not go hungry next Saturday, I promise. So again, that's a week from this coming Saturday, August 6th, Pig Iron Day, downtown Jackson, Manpower Park. You can't miss it. It's the giant grassy park with all the old cars parked in it.
Right.
Yep.
Because they'll start showing up around 9.
Or before.
Yeah,
Yes.
before. If the
I
weather's
know.
good, they'll be there
Listen,
7:30.
They will, and I've seen it because it's a free-for-all because everybody's vying for the best spots, too.
Right.
The
Under-
shade
under a
tree
shade
or
tree.
the or all of that stuff. So I was just telling the story, I think it was yesterday, about when Dad had that 55 T-Bird and nobody could fit in it but me. So he would have me drive it down to the park.
I remember that.
Because I'm like, what kind of person was able to drive this thing? Like, I could barely fit in it.
Right.
You had to be very, very little to get in there. But anyway,
That was a 2-seater.
Yes. Yeah, a little tiny one. A little tiny one. Well, the steering wheel is like this big. That was the problem. It's kind of down your lap.
Right. No power steering.
Yeah, that must have been
so
it.
You had a larger wheel to
More to grab
maneuver.
onto.
Yeah.
Yes.
Makes total sense. All right. Well, guys, I can't thank you enough. We can't thank you enough for coming in today and talking about all of the great things that you have going on next Saturday. And then, so you can just show up at the car show. You don't have to pre-register or anything, right? Okay. So just show up at Manpower Park Saturday morning. And will this be a rain or shine event?
I'm hoping.
Hoping no rain.
Right.
There you
Sunshine day.
Because a lot of people do not want to bring their cars out, a classic car, in the rain.
Even
No.
if it rains early in the morning, people don't even want to come out, do they?
Right.
Well-
Especially if they got to drive very far, they're not going to get them wet.
Then we will pray for sunshine. We'll send you all
Exactly.
the sunshine vibes.
Right. We'll let Matt and the weather crew take care of that.
That's right.
Yes.
And if it does rain, we're going to blame Matt.
Right.
Yep.
Since he does the weather. All right. Well, guys, thank you so much for coming in. Lots and lots of stuff going on. And this is always such a fun time of the year. And we hope that you have great success at this year's Pig Iron Day.
All righty. Thanks for
Thank
having
you
us.
for having us. And I'd like to thank your audience for listening again this morning and
Of course.
learning about both of our events.
Yeah. And it's pretty neat stuff. All right. Speaking of the weather, we do have that up there while these guys are running out. Everybody runs away from me. It's okay. Get a bad.
I'll probably see you November for Christmas.
Probably. That sounds good.
That'll be the next project to work on.
Yep. One project at a time, right, Dave? It keeps us that way we can keep them all straight. All right. Thank you, boys.
Yeah,
appreciate it. Today is Thursday, July 28th. Can you believe it is the end of July already? But we are talking about much warmer temperatures today with highs around 89, lows down to 70, with a bit of a chance of rain in the forecast. So we do have that, just about 20% today. For tomorrow on Friday, we have much more mild temperatures, highs of 83. Lows, look at that, dipping down to 58 degrees on Friday with, again, that little 20% chance of rain. But Saturday is looking absolutely perfect. Some sunshine in the skies and highs of 82 degrees. Now, that is what I'm talking about as far as summertime weather goes. I'll take that any day. Sunday, even a little cooler, highs of 74, but some rain popping back into the forecast.
When it's not raining, it's been awfully nice this week.
Right?
Right.
It's that rain, that humidity is like I woke up in the morning, yesterday morning and this morning, and every window in my house is like fogged up. I'm like, what is happening? It is so humid out there. Yeah. So, by the way, I went to Callahan Hardware, got some liquid fence yesterday.
And the bunny still ate your tomatoes?
I don't think so. I don't know.
Well, it's rained so much, it's probably keeping them.
Yeah, maybe they're afraid they'll float away.
Yeah.
But so we're gonna try that experiment and see how it works. But it was so funny because James was telling me yesterday, he's like, now be careful with this liquid fence stuff because
it smells real bad.
It smells really bad. And I was like, okay. And so then I was talking to a friend yesterday and she was like, watch that liquid fence stuff because it smells really bad. And I was like, okay. So I get it and I start spraying it and I can't smell a thing. And so I'm like asking Jamie,
God,
I'm
I
like,
have COVID.
That's what I said. I said, Jamie, I can't smell this. And James and Sheila told me that it stinks really bad. And he was like, I can't smell it either. And but we had just been making some banana peppers and we both smelled like the vinegar and stuff. So we were like, okay, we're all right with that. But so I bent down to like pick some tomatoes.
And then it hit you.
Was like, oh my God, it smells like rotten flesh or something.
It's made out of rotten eggs. That's
woo.
I can like smell it in my head right now just talking about it.
So I don't know if it just where the ground was wet, it took it a minute to get like activated or something. But
you're supposed to apply it like when it's really dry.
Yeah. Which good luck.
So that probably, I mean, it's going to be a couple weeks before it's real dry again.
When's that going to happen?
But yeah, I don't know. When I use it, I didn't necessarily, it doesn't really like hit you like doesn't make you like, or anything like that. But once it gets in your nose, it just stays there.
So just kind of either like maybe wear a mask or put like a bandana over your nose or something like that. Yeah, that's probably not a bad
idea. And then throw that bandana away.
Yeah. So I was laughing so hard though because Jamie last night, so his dad had gone out and found some banana peppers somewhere. So we decided we were going to just pickle them at the house. So we had, banana peppers for sandwiches and stuff like that. And so he's like, well, this bag is sweet and this bag is hot.
Yeah.
So
they were labeled wrong.
No, but so we were like, okay. So Jamie's like takes, a little sliver of the mild or the sweet. And he's like, okay, try that. And I'm like, oh, that just tastes kind of like a green pepper or something like that. So he cuts off the hot, and I'm like, well, how much hotter can it be? That thing doesn't have any heat at all. And all of a sudden I was like, I took like one little bite of it. It was like, I'm like, oh my God. So this morning, but he had cut them. So this morning he's like, it's still on my hands. Like he had scrubbed his hands with salt and everything else trying to get rid of it. So I'm like, that's unfortunate to be you.
Yeah.
So anyway, so we're doing a banana pepper experiment. Are you a banana pepper fan?
No.
Oh, I was going to say, I'll bring you some.
I'm good. Thank you, though. Probably hook you up with some tomatoes if the bunnies eat them all.
Yeah, right. Thanks. I appreciate that.
Tomatoes are very plentiful at the moment.
Yeah, they are. I know. We've got them
if you didn't get attacked by a bunny.
Yeah, there are. I think I picked like 8 big tomatoes last night that weren't ripe the day before. I'm like, it's on. It's full on right now.
Yeah.
And you know, it's so funny with gardens too, because you think, okay, I'm going to stagger these plants.
Yeah.
And I know that there are people that know what they're doing, unlike this person.
Yeah.
That can make plants like, you know, come on at different times or whatever. But I feel like you can plant a plant a month apart, 2 plants a month apart, and they still grow all at the same time.
Yeah.
Why is that?
Nature. The heat, I guess.
I guess.
It knows that summer is like peaking. And it's like going to start, migrating into cooler weather before we know it.
I guess. So I'm like, man. So all these people that can grow tomatoes all year, like all summer long and stuff. Yeah. Because all ours just come on all at once and then they're done. Yeah. Then it's done.
Yep.
That's it. But anyway. So Benton County Fair continues on today.
It's true. I think the Fast Tracks motocross is tonight.
That's right.
I heard that Rodney, I'm giving him credit, assuming that he knows what he's talking about when it comes to motorsports.
We would have to think so.
Says that rain last night is good for the track.
Okay.
So
great.
Yeah.
All right. Well, today is Senior Day at the Benton County Fair. So they're having Senior Day events from 10 to 2. Their Showman of Showmen contest is actually this morning at 10 a.m. Then, of course, laser tag, the petting zoo, and Cloverbud games throughout the day. There's a free senior and veterans meal today at noon.
Cool.
So that's awesome.
Does it say what it's got?
No, it doesn't say. I wonder what they feed them.
Oh, no.
I wonder what that is. There's also free health screenings, bingo, Plinko.
Oh, that's fun.
Plinko. Chair volleyball and refreshments and door prizes today for seniors and veterans. Rides open at 4. And again, as we talked about, the Fast Tracks Motocross is the featured entertainment tonight at this year's Benton County Fair at 7:30 p.m. And as Porterhouse said, he says the rain's good for the track. So we'll see.
Yeah, I don't know.
Seems like it would just make it slippery to me, but...
Well, I think when it's, like, dry, it's just dust everywhere.
And hard.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would make sense.
Yeah.
So...
I don't know. So I went to the movies last night. I saw Where the Crawdads Sing.
Oh, you did?
I did.
Have you read the book?
I have not read the book.
Okay.
Mom took a bus trip vacation like last week or the week before.
Yes.
I think she read it on the bus trip.
Okay.
So she was all about wanting to go see the movie. So we went to Chillicothe last night and watched the movie.
Did you?
It is a really good movie. I really enjoyed it. She says that the ending in the book is more dramatic than the ending in the movie.
Okay, because the ending in the book is very dramatic.
Yeah.
Very.
Yeah. So I haven't read the book, so I don't know exactly what's different.
Okay.
But yeah, so.
All right. Did she say anything like they did a good job of?
Yeah, she really enjoyed it.
Because that's the one thing I've heard, people used to say, like, if you read the book, you're always disappointed with the movie. But I've heard a lot of people say that they really enjoyed the movie as well.
It's really beautiful. The book. The story's nice. I mean, it's a pretty good story, but it is really a beautiful movie. It makes you want to go live in a swamp. And as I was leaving, I was like, I feel like in real life there would be a lot more mosquitoes
than there are in that.
Yeah, than there are in that movie. Yeah. I feel like, and I also feel like she would probably be a lot dirtier in real life than she is in the movie.
I mean, she lives
probably wouldn't be quite as well groomed.
No, she lives in like a cabin with nothing.
Yeah.
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 No,
but
now
yet
I'm
she's
dying to
wearing
see
like
it.
shorts from like Abercrombie and Fitch or something like that.
Yeah.
But it
sounds
was a
fun.
really good movie. I enjoyed it. I
Good.
would say if you've read the books, see the movie.
So as a guy, is it more of a chick flick?
It
or?
is definitely a chick
Okay.
flick. Mom's like, I'm glad you came with me to this because your dad would have just fallen asleep.
That's so funny.
But I was talking to Courtney yesterday before we went to the movie, and she's like, "Yeah, I got the book, and I haven't read it yet, and I'm afraid if I watch the movie first, I won't enjoy the book as much. But then I'm afraid if I read the book first, I won't enjoy the movie as much." So
Yeah.
I don't know which one you should read.
I would definitely do the book first.
Yeah, all I'll say is that apparently the ending in the book is more dramatic than the ending of the movie.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
I don't know. I always think books typically come first, right? So I feel like you should always read the book first. And
yeah,
then,
I guess. But then I guess, I don't know. So it is like a whodunit story, right?
Right.
There's a court case. And
there's a murder.
Yeah, there's a murder and there's a trial. And the
Yes.
finale of the movie is basically the verdict of the trial.
Yeah.
And so it's a big dramatic thing.
Okay.
And
yes.
I mean, I guess if you have read the book, then like you're already going to know what happens, and maybe that takes away from the drama of the movie. But of course, that's going to happen the other way. But
Yeah.
if the ending of the book is more dramatic than the ending of the movie, so then maybe if you already know who done it,
Yeah.
then maybe the book's still going to be more dramatic
Yeah,
because
I
the
don't
ending
know.
is apparently more dramatic. I don't know.
It's a long book. It's a
Yeah.
pretty thick
The
book.
movie, the movie is 2 hours, but
That's not
it
bad,
feels
though.
kind of slow at the beginning, but once it gets going, it's a little bit more exciting, I guess.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think everyone loves it because it's such a unique story.
Mm-hmm.
Because you read all of us have beach reads, right? You read
Yeah.
Danielle Steele romance books, and there's always a girl and a guy, and somebody
Mhm.
dies, and
Yeah.
then they get together, and then there's some twist, and
Yeah.
then they're all the same. It's
yeah.
like Hallmark Christmas movies. They're all the same.
It does have a lot of the tropes of like a paperback romance novel, but it's also got like this historical element, and it's in this sort of like unique setting.
The setting is so
yeah.
unique.
The setting is what makes the movie unique because it's so beautiful.
Yeah.
Or at least the way they make it look is so beautiful. I will say this. There's not a single crawdad in that whole movie. There's a lot of birds. There's not a single crawdad in that movie.
There are a lot of birds in the movie. It's just where the crawdads sing.
There's not a single crawdad in that movie.
They're just
It
singing.
should be...
You don't have to see them. They're just singing.
It should be called Where the Seagulls Sing.
I know.
Because there's a lot of seagulls in that movie. There ain't no crawdads in that movie.
They're just singing.
Yeah.
Yeah. But no, I get it. That's really cool. I am so excited.
I do think you would like it,
to see it.
especially if you read the book.
Mhm.
I really do think. I think Jamie'd probably fall asleep just like my dad would, but I don't know. I don't know that for a fact. But I enjoyed it.
Well, I'm going to make him watch it anyway because
I recommend.
Very good. And I think very rarely do movies get such, especially movies based on novels, get such good reviews. And that one's really doing well.
Yeah. I can't say I've seen any reviews, but I can see why it's popular. And I can see why people enjoy the book.
Yeah.
Because like I said, it's a good murder mystery, but it's also got all those romance tropes.
Yes.
So if like that's your bag, this has got it all.
Yeah, it's got some action.
And it's got that historical.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's pretty.
Yeah, the movie is really gorgeous.
It's like, have you ever seen that movie, The Beach, with Leonardo DiCaprio, where he goes to Thailand and they end up at this deserted beach?
Yeah, that
thing?
sounds familiar.
It's such a stupid movie, but literally they go to a deserted island in Thailand.
Yeah.
And the entire movie is about that. And you're just like, I can't turn away from it because every scene is just paradise, it's just gorgeous. And so that kind of makes the movie instead of the movie being completely ridiculous, which is what it is.
I saw this news thing, little blurb on the internet. I did not investigate this further. But the story was this man from Japan had been like shipwrecked or whatever, had like lived on like a deserted island, like in Castaway or whatever.
I was going to say, did he have a volleyball?
Well, he didn't have a volleyball. I don't know if he had a volleyball, but he did not have any clothes.
Oh.
But anyway, so he was like marooned on this island for like a long time, I guess, and they like rescued him. But by the time they'd rescued him, he had become like so like comfortable or used to or whatever living on that island. He like wanted to go back there and live, but it's
Oh.
like, you know, it's like a nature reserve or whatever. So like he wasn't allowed to. So he had to like petition the government and stuff.
Oh,
So now
really?
he's like back living on that island, like
Just alone and
like alone, like shipwrecked, and just like living off, you know, nature and stuff.
it would be a lot less stressful, wouldn't it?
I guess.
Unless your hut, you know, fell down or
Yeah.
something.
Yeah, I guess
But-
so.
That's pretty cool.
I mean, I ain't
That's a
gonna
neat
do it.
story.
But he
I
seemed,
like
he
electricity,
seemed
so-
content. Yeah, I like electricity too.
And hot showers.
And hot showers. Although did look like a pretty island,
I'll bet.
but it's not going to be very good for tourism if there's like a naked old crazy man living there, making huts out of coconuts or whatever.
Oh my gosh, that's so funny. Well, that's cool. I think
Yeah.
that so yeah, Top Gun is still killing it at the box
I've
office.
still not seen Top Gun. I'm gonna have to.
Oh, you haven't?
It's still showing at a lot of theaters, so I'm gonna have to.
Yeah, you need to go see
I'm gonna have
it.
to find somewhere that's showing it.
I know a lot of people go and see it like numerous times.
Yeah.
I've only
It's-
seen it the one
it's
time, but
I looked
it was
this-
really good.
Yeah, I looked this up into last week or beginning of this week. I don't remember exactly. It is the highest grossing movie of the year, which not
Oh,
a big surprise.
not-
And it's
not a
like
shock.
the 19th highest grossing movie ever or something like that.
Okay.
And it's like the second highest grossing movie like of the COVID generation
Gotcha.
of movies. Yeah.
Very cool. I think some of the other movies that are is it Thor?
Thor.
Is a
Love and Thunder.
I don't know anything about
Yeah.
the Thor movies.
It's pretty fun. It's very silly. It's pretty good. I like it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is it like superhero
Yeah.
stuff?
Oh yeah. It's
Okay.
it's a lot of superhero stuff.
Okay.
Yeah. Natalie Portman becomes a superhero.
Ooh.
Spoilers.
She's super pretty.
Yeah. She's got big muscles in this.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice.
So if that's something you're into.
yeah, exactly. I don't know any of the other ones that are out right now.
What else is there's black something that's like a horror movie. I guess the big
There's
Nope.
Nope.
Nope is the big.
Nope was the like highest.
Yeah.
Okay, are you gonna go see that?
I would like to see it. I've not seen any of Jordan Peele's other movies
You
because I don't
haven't?
really like scary movies.
They
but since
are
this is more of a science fiction
all
movie, I'm a little more
wrong.
interested in it. Yeah. But
they
yeah,
will
apparently it's great.
Jordan Peele's movies just totally like screw with your mind
Yeah.
and scare the crap out of you
Yeah.
all at the same time.
Which is not something I'm necessarily into, but
You should watch Hostel.
I'm not interested in watching Hostel, Jim. I watched one of the Saw movies and it's just the worst thing ever.
But you don't like seeing people's limbs. Oh my
No.
God. So I forgot about Hostel. I forgot to tell you this part about it. So this girl. So basically the point of Hostel is and there's all these people staying at a hostel in some other country somewhere, and they get
Mhm.
like stolen, and then they get sold to these rich people to do whatever they want to with them.
Mm-hmm.
Well, most of them are like, I have a fetish that I want to cut all your arms off or whatever. It's like creepy and weird. It's just a movie, right? But the one part, I'd forgotten about it. Jamie's like, did you talk about the part? Because I told him we were talking about it.
Yeah.
This girl, like, she gets like burnt or something and her eyeballs like hanging out. And the guy like that goes and rescues her like cuts it off. I'm like, I don't think that's really how that works in real life. Anyway, it was funny.
I don't know.
Watch Hostel if you're feeling,
Disturbed.
disturbed. Yeah.
No.
But no, Jordan Peele's movies are
Weird.
weird.
Yeah.
Weird. The first one I saw was that Get Out movie.
That was his first movie to
Yeah.
Get Out.
What was the one where they were in the I call it the upside down because it's the same.
Oh shoot!
There's like a.
It's
real life
another
and then
one-word title, isn't it?
Up? No.
No. Oh, shoot, I can't remember.
Anyway,
But
then
yeah,
we saw that
Get
one,
Out
and
was
then-
the first one.
Get Out
and this
was-
one's called Nope.
Yeah. Nope.
Nope.
Nope. So if you've seen Nope, let us know what you think.
Yep. Do you,
Yep.
Do you say yep or do you say nope?
Nope. So nope or yep to
Yep.
nope.
Mhm.
Well, all right. Venn County Fair, get out there, support, please, and support the kids. Livestock sale tomorrow.
Livestock sale.
Yeah.
Go buy yourself a chicken.
There you go. Hopefully its name's not Pete and it doesn't poop. Because that's bad.
Yeah.
Bad.
Yeah.
But anyway.
Anyway.
All right. Have a great day, everyone. Thank you to Dave Channell and John Smith for coming in, being our guests today here on the program. We greatly appreciate that, to talk about Pig Iron Day coming up next Saturday here in downtown Jackson. It's going to be an amazing event. It always is, and it's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
And it's great because everybody can come, the whole family.
It is free.
And it's
All
free.
except for the brats.
Yep. And the beans.
Beans.
Yeah.
Man, they're selling those hot dogs for 50 cents still.
I think their prices are very cheap.
It's pretty
So,
crazy.
Yeah, get there. Good place to be. All right. Have a great day, everyone. We will be right back here tomorrow. We appreciate you tuning in, and we'll see you then.
Bye, guys.
Bye.